Congressman Kevin Kiley in Northern California. He left the Republican Party. He is now an independent. In fact, I believe he's the only independent in Congress. But my crystal ball, my opinion, is that after the midterms, you are going to see a 20-seat switch. You are going to see the Democrats gain 20 seats in the House. But again, just by crystal ball, which has been wrong before.
Also, Bill Clinton in 1998, in the midterms, I think he picked up a few seats.
Also, is the last president, and that was like 40 years ago, to submit a balanced budget. Forget about it.
You know, I've been thinking a lot about what Illinoisans actually want from their government, and honestly, I think.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Ask Uncle Steve with the Mod Squad.
Uncle Steve, Benjamin wanted to defend his honor. He was insulted.
Okay, we'll tell you what. I'll give you 2 minutes. No, I'm going to give Benjamin 2 minutes to defend his honor, and then it's time for what the hell did Jesse Jackson say? Go ahead, Benjamin.
2 minutes. Okay, well.
Or you can wait till after what the hell did Jesse Jackson say?
No, I just need 2 minutes.
There you go.
I want to address the snowflake here.
I'm boring,
sorry for
Is it boring to be
ears.
certified Democrat?
I just want to point out that if it was wrong to bring religions, there wouldn't be any religions in the world, because every religion seems to criticize the other religions. The Islams, by the way, if you're an infidel, that's a person who doesn't believe in Islam. The instruction to kill you. Now, my instruction as far as selling a DVD for $19.99, I don't know if that's equivalent to killing you. I mean, I do include a.
You're not defending yourself. You're reselling.
I do include a cyanide packet in there, but that's a very specific.
It's true. You're not defending yourself. You're reselling this.
Which is to help you, leave Islam safely and cleanly. But other than that, there's no dying at the sword. There's no defenestration of the gays, throwing from the windows. If you were offended by a little joke here and there, I don't know what you do if you actually read the text, the Quran that Mandami swore in on when he became mayor of New York. It says all kinds of awful things, and apparently you have no smoke for killing children and taking the sword to people based on their ethnicity or if they don't have a religion. No smoke at all for that you have. But for me, making a small joke and trying to sell, trying to put the dinner on the table for my family with my DVD, and you have nothing but smoke. You think it's the worst thing that ever happened to civilization. You think, the walls will crumble.
It's not the contents of your comedy, Benjamin. It's the ill-formed.
And I also noticed the accent change as well. But Benjamin, thank you. And now it's time. Okay. And now it's time for Steve.
I think he's right.
All right. You got it. You asking, you were so rigid. And now it's time for what the hell will Jesse Jackson say? So, Legalist, you're going to get a fresh 5 after we play the game. But Legalist, would you like to play what the hell did Jesse Jackson say? Legalist going once, twice. Would you like to play the game or no?
I'm just trying to.
Okay, that's.
What is?
Okay. It's very simple. Do you want to play the game? Yes or no? If you want, you can listen. You'll listen for now. And I'm going in reverse order. Let's go to Smurf. Smurf, you'll get a fresh 5 in a bit. But right now, would you like to play what the hell did Jesse Jackson say? Smurf.
Yeah.
Smurf. I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, so Smurf, here we go. Listen up. What the hell did Jesse Jackson say?
All right, here's your very first clip. Good luck, everybody. Let me hasten to say today.
All right, Smurf, what the hell did Jesse Jackson say?
It's very clear. He said, "Let me hasten to say today." That means hasten is a synonym for rush. Yes, I heard that too. Very good, Smurf.
Once again, when we played in hour number 1, Violet got it right off the bat. Let me hasten to say today. Man, I got to make these first ones tougher. Very good, Smurf. Okay, we will come back to you for your fresh 5. Hang on just a second. I got to queue up the second to the last 1 second. Hold on, please.
I think we should play What Did Bobby Boucher Say?
No, but I'll check into that. Okay, very well. Let's go to Andrew. Andrew, would you like to play What the Hell Did Jesse Jackson Say?
No, I have to leave the stage shortly, so.
Oh, okay, sorry about that. Let's go to Monsef. Would you like to play What the Hell Did Jesse Jackson Say?
I'll try.
Okay, so here we go, Monsef. It's on you. What the hell did Jesse Jackson say? Timmy Walnut, you're on 97.1.
We built in his house.
We built in his house.
What the hell did Jesse Jackson say?
We built this house.
No!
I didn't get it.
No, that's okay. That's okay. This is a tough one, y'all. This is a tough one. Okay, so let's go to Paul. Paul, would you like to play What the Hell Did Jesse Jackson Say? Paul going once. Paul going twice. Okay, Paul doesn't want to play. Benjamin, would you like to play What the Hell Did Jesse Jackson Say? Benjamin going once. Benjamin going twice. Okay, he doesn't want to play. Let's go to Benjamin. Would you like to play What the Hell Did Jesse Jackson Say?
Give it a shot. I'll give it a shot.
Okay, here we go. What the hell did Jesse Jackson say?
We built in his house.
No, wrong. Next.
Tim, little clue. The final word on this. Is he Asian? Was he doing an Asian character this weekend?
Hold on a second. Timmy Walnut, you're at 97.1.
We built in his house.
What the hell did Jesse Jackson say?
Yeah.
Sounds like a tap out. Benjamin,
Something like, I don't tap out. I don't have that option. I didn't quite put the words together. But isn't he pointing out that best way to ruin your family is to cheat on your spouse, like Martin Luther King Jr.?
I think I got it.
Well, hold on. We're coming around. Alfonso, would you? We're coming around. Alfonso, would you like to play What the Hell Did Jesse Jackson Say? Alfonso going once. Alfonso going twice. Okay, let's go to Reverend Scott. Would you like to play What the Hell Did Jesse Jackson Say? Reverend Scott.
I would love to play, yes.
Here we go. What the hell did Jesse Jackson say?
We built in his house.
No, wrong. Next.
Tim, little clue. The final word on this.
You keep playing the person answering.
Right. That's exactly right.
We built in his house.
There you go. Reverend Scott, what the hell did Jesse Jackson say?
Let's go. Let's play.
I just did.
He's been playing it over. Like, that's the 5th time he's played it.
I'll tell you what, Reverend Scott wants to play one more time. Here you go.
Yeah. For example, let me take you to the Ronald Reagan Library. It's an historical site. See, there's that inclination to say
We'll get it
historical,
going.
but really you should go.
We built in his house.
No, wrong.
You keep playing the person.
I know.
I got it.
Totally aborted, correct?
Right, that's exactly right.
We built in his house.
There you go. Okay, there we go. What the hell did Jesse Jackson say? Yes, I know it. I'm doing this for the first time. I'm working things out. It'll be better next week, I promise. Reverend Scott, what the hell did Jesse Jackson say?
I don't even know. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Uncle Steve, this is a fascinating game. So I love about my Uncle Steve. My Uncle Steve takes risks.
That's right. I take risk and I'm open to criticism. JCC, would you like to play?
If you can play that clip, I have no idea what
I will do my best. Here we go. Timmy Walnut, you're on 97.1.
Built in his house.
There you go. JCC, what the hell did Jesse Jackson say?
I have no idea. Something about a high suit. Yeah.
No, that's wrong. Let's go to Yakov. Yakov, would you like to play What the Hell Did Jesse Jackson say?
Yeah, the first 3 times you played it, I thought he said we built this housing.
I'm gonna play it again for you if you want to play.
Yeah, one more time, sure.
Yeah, no, it normally takes at least 20 times before everybody gets it right. Okay, here we go. What the hell did Jesse Jackson say?
Man, I no friggin' clue.
No friggin' clue, wow. Timmy Walnut, you're on 97.1.
Built in his house.
What the hell did Jesse Jackson say?
It's not we built this housing, so I don't know. Uncle Steve, that sounded like Korean. I don't think that's English.
Well, it's Jesse Jackson.
Was it? I'm wrong, right?
Okay, yes, you are wrong. No. Okay, are you ready?
The Reverend Jackson.
Violet, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Hold on, let me set it up. trying to get the criticism down to the minimum as possible. Just got to set this up right. Okay, what the hell did Jesse Jackson say?
Frank in North Hills, you're on 97.1.
If you don't finish high school,
There you go. What the hell did Jesse Jackson say?
If you don't finish high school,
Yes!
How the hell did you get that?
Violet! If you don't finish high school, that is right.
it's not. I mean, your senses don't increase exactly, but you pay a lot more attention to the input from them than a sighted person does. Is my theory.
But then
I'm just
also
used to
Violet's
tuning
heard
in.
it about 15
Oh, yeah,
times
that
before
too.
she guessed. Yeah, right. And she also heard other. So
Yeah, I heard the high.
helps
I heard the high part, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. Well, thanks for playing. What the hell did Jesse Jackson say? I show next in my queue. I show Smurf and then Legalist. Smurf, good morning. Welcome to the show. What would you like to talk about? Smurf, going
I
once.
come to this room for only one thing.
I know, to talk about where I live. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I want to dox you so that
You dox away, baby.
all your admirers can come to Woodland Hills and stalk you at
Wonderful.
all the wonderful attractions of Woodland Hills. So you know what I'm going to ask. What I'm going to ask is, in the mayor's election, you have a choice between horrible and even more horrible.
Exactly right.
If the election has come down, I'll be brief, as I always am. The election has come down to Mayor Bass, who is the ass that you know,
Right.
and Nithya Raman, who is the ass that you don't quite know. And Nithya, of course, is famous for allowing the most violent homeless to set up tents right outside public schools. And Mayor Bass is, I'm not even going to go into it. So if you, and I'm done speaking, if you are forced to choose between one of those two devils, which devil are you going to vote for?
Well, I don't like the binary choice because your question was if I'm forced to choose between those two. I got to tell you, man, I'm going to write in Rick Caruso. For whatever reason, he chose. I mean, if he would have put his hat in the ring, because he spent $100 million of his own money 4 years ago, and then he decided not to run this time. But if he would have run this time, forget lights out, he would be far and away it. I'm writing in Rick Caruso, even though it's a loser. I'll tell you this: I hate Mayor Bass. I can't stand Mayor Bass. I don't like what she's done with homelessness. I don't like what she did with the fires in the Palisades and Altadena. I don't like the way that she's handled crime. I don't like the way that she's handled the budget. I hate Mayor Bass. That's my best answer I can give you, sir.
Well, I will humbly propose, since you are the celebrity on the stage, and you have such a huge audience of fans and admirers that worship everything you say, I would like you to consider the following proposal: solve the homeless problem permanently in Woodland Hills. Okay. I assume you have driven out to Palmdale and Lancaster once in your life.
Yes, I've driven out to both of them at least once in my life. And for those of you that don't know, Palmdale and Lancaster is in the upper desert, about 60 miles north of Los Angeles. Palmdale is first, and then Lancaster's about 12 miles after that. Yeah, go ahead. It's up the 14 freeway. Yeah.
I have just one. This is my final question for you.
Yeah.
And you could be honest. Don't worry about hurting my feelings.
I'm always honest. I never lie. Yes.
Are you a little bit concerned that my hyper local content is boring for everyone that's not in Woodland Hills, and that I'm actually causing you to lose audience? In other words, are there people leaving the room right now?
The answer is no. The answer is no. I think you add to the content. You add to the entertainment and educational issues in the show because you bring up stuff that nobody else brings up. You also bring it up in a very informative and entertaining way. So I think you only add to show. Now, maybe the rest of the Mod Squad differs. We can ask them if you want, but this is still your Fresh Five.
Okay, the bottom line is you can eat thousands of empty acres in Palmdale and Lancaster for no money. Literally, for the price of one house in your neighborhood, you could buy thousands of acres out there.
Well, especially if there's no water pipes or natural gas pipes going to the land. Yes, that's true. Yes.
So the answer is, I've spec'd it out. You could build studio apartments for the homeless for $100,000 each there. And so the obvious answer is for the county of LA to build 100,000 little tiny studios and give those 100,000 studios in Palmdale to all the homeless.
Yeah, no. I'm going to nix that. I think that's 10 times too much, because for $10,000, can't you buy pre-made, like, I don't want to call them shacks, but can't you buy like pre-made 10 by 10 aluminum structures that you can just build right there for $10,000? You know what I'm talking about?
I respect your argument, but this is my scenario, and the difference between you and me is I am more generous and altruistic.
Okay, got it.
So I am conspicuously saying I want every LA homeless to live in a nice studio apartment for $100,000.
Okay.
But all of those studio apartments should be located in Palmdale and Lancaster. And what that means is, I'll land my plane here.
Yeah.
Under my plan, the standard of living of the homeless is at least a triple or a quadruple, because living in a home is better than living in a tent in Woodland Hills.
Right.
But obviously the people in Woodland Hills benefit, because people in Woodland Hills won't keep getting stabbed by homeless under my plan. And then finally, and I'll land here, that all the taxpayers of LA benefit, because once 100% of the homeless are in Palmdale and Lancaster, places in LA like Hollywood Boulevard and Skid Row become great places to live. And what that means is that the property taxes go way, way up on those shitty neighborhoods. So basically all the shit neighborhood property taxes go up, and in nice neighborhoods like yours, maybe there's more money for public services. So I would urge you, I'm done speaking, but I would urge you to think deeply about the plan to remove 100% of the homeless from every single square inch except Palmdale and Lancaster. And I'm done speaking.
Yeah. No. I am totally in favor of that. In fact, when I first suggested this, last year, I said throw them all into Death Valley. Okay, you're being a lot more gracious by doing Palmdale or Lancaster. But yes, I mean, if the homeless have a right, and I don't think they do, but if they have the right to pitch tents in our public parks where our children play, and on the sidewalk where people walk and have businesses, then we should just put all of those tents, pick them all up, give them a free bus ticket out to Palmdale or Lancaster or Death Valley, and let them set up shop there. And they've got, like you said, thousands of empty acres, and let them set up their tents there. I couldn't care. There's a good 60, 75 miles away from me. They can all be together. They can all shoot their heroin and morphine and fentanyl there. They can all die in their tents there, and then we can, take care of it that way. But I completely agree. Get them all off the streets in Woodland Hills, the San Fernando Valley, Van Nuys, Los Angeles. Give them a free bus ticket out to Palmdale or Lancaster. Absolutely. I totally endorse that. Thank you, Smurf. And now we have Sue. Sue, good morning. Pleasure to see you on the show. What would you like to talk about, Sue?
Good morning. I gotta give a retort to that. That's a real pipe dream to Smurf.
Oh, hold on. Legalist.
Sorry,
No, wait a second.
The previous caller. But pipe dream. So for those of us that do live here and that are boots on the ground, a nice thought.
And before you're talking, Legalist, I'm sorry, you will go after Sue. Legalist, don't leave, you're after Sue. And Sue, this is the Sue I know that lives in San Fernando Valley, right?
Yes, it is. I'm your neighbor.
No, I remember. And,
Yeah.
and you want to keep seeing homeless on the sidewalks.
That's
in the
not what I
public parks.
said. Please
Okay.
don't twist my words. So I'm going to be very clear.
I'm going to go on mute. I won't twist anything.
Thank you. It's a pipe dream with a plan to move people to Lancaster and Palmdale. And if you think it hasn't been done before, that's how Lancaster and Palmdale came about in the first place. Was to try and find home living for people that couldn't afford living in LA. And that's where Palmdale and Lancaster came to be. So if you think that you're going to displace people in the city of LA and move them up to Palmdale and Lancaster and think they're not going to matriculate back to LA, that's a pipe dream. Our city will be cleaned up before the Olympics like it did in '84. You are not going to get homeless to agree to move to a desert. It's a nice thought. But as long as they have two legs and a mouth and arms, they're going to move. So we have a much bigger problem here, and everybody knows this, that other than them being homeless. It's mental illness, it's drugs, and I can go on. But I'm just going to stop because Smurf is wonderful entertainment. I listen to him in other rooms. His way of putting sentences together and questions, if you have to choose Bass or Nithya, well, all right, so I'm going to let you know, where's Karen Bass while all these people are being kidnapped off the streets of LA and thrown into Adelanto, where I do a lot of my work. Okay, I can tell you right now, Nithya is there. She is there. She's defending the people that are being arrested. She's defending the people that are being put into concentration camps illegally and helping to get them released. What's Karen Bass doing? Okay? What is the other guy doing who's our big businessman? Nothing. So if I have to start comparing apples to apples, yeah, they're both horrible. But as far as who's taking action that's helping people on the ground, as much as I don't like Nithya and I absolutely hate Bass, you're right, it's the lesser of two evils, but that's not a world I want to live in. So I'm just going to land there and say that our issues with homelessness are way bigger than just dislocating people to a desert 40 miles away and pray that they don't return. Thanks.
Sue, thank you. Now let's go to Legalist. Legalist, again, welcome back to the show. You get a fresh 5 starting now. Legalist. Yeah.
Yeah, so okay, I mean, like, I was gonna, comment about what Miss Sue said, because they were actually talking about like, see, out here in Jacksonville, we got a mayor called Donna Deegan, and it was people that was downtown, so she kind of had all the homeless people scraped up from the downtown area into like this big old big field in Nassau County, and it's like it's a big old grass field that the government got. I guess for it's a part for like where the homeless could set up and make tents, but if like when it get hot or get too cold out there, they come they come back in the city. They come back in the city, and they complain a lot. Yeah, but that's not what I wanted to talk about. So like my real major issue here is well, there's a Persian or Iranian girl on here that I was interested in, and she was like saying that she lives in I think California or something, but I don't know how to talk to her. Like now, I know I just was like I was trying to go in the science room with all those other guys, and they wasn't trying to help me, right? Because they tell me that a girl is a girl, like they're all the same.
Unless you're a Supreme Court justice who's asked, how do you define a woman? And her answer is, I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, man. So, you know.
Mod Squad, who was that Supreme Court justice who was asked during confirmation, how do you define a woman, a female? Mod Squad, help me out.
That was Justice Jackson.
Justice Jackson, thank you very much. Yes, she was literally asked by Congress during her confirmation, how do you define a female? Her answer is, I don't know. Yeah, please continue. Yeah.
Wow, man, that's crazy. Like, you know, over here in America, you know, you'd be like,
it's almost as crazy as saying we will not overturn Roe versus Wade, and the very first thing they do is overturn Roe versus Wade. Yeah, please continue. Yes.
yeah, and you know, like, so the girls over here in America has like a different culture or whatnot, but you know, like, you know, you think that, okay, well, I'm gonna go talk to this other girl in this other country, you know, but you know, the girls like they like to pick on me, you know, over here because, like, you know, I used to be friendly with squirrels and raccoons, but I'm not anymore. But yeah, so I didn't want to tell her that. So, you know, they was like, you know, some girls are brought up different, so they have like different cultures and whatnot. So, actually, no. Her name was Aya. Yeah, she was in Benjamin's room. And I wanted to tell her, but, you know, she's a model. So I don't know if she was going to be interested in me.
Are you talking about Ash?
No.
Okay,
Her name, Benjamin knows her. She's Aya something. Aya, she's a model.
You're talking about Ash, yeah, go ahead.
No, her name is Aya.
I know what her name is. Go ahead. I know. You know what? I know who you're talking about. Please continue. I know exactly who you're talking about. Please continue.
Benjamin, I mean, Steve, I'm not talking about her. She has a black and gray photo, and
I know who you're talking about. Please continue.
Yeah, but she doesn't live in California.
I didn't say she did. She lives in New Jersey, New York. I know that.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, well, yeah, I didn't want to tell her about myself. So, like, because all the girls are different, you know, like, so we just had a conversation where I got humiliated. I humiliated myself. And because I just now started going to, like, college, taking up anthropology, and, you know, trying to study archaeology. So I didn't know, like, they told me I have to take up study evolution in biology and world history. Well, I know that's of course, but like I didn't know I had to take up all that, study all those other, stuff. But yeah, so like I just now got into it. And so I just met this guy named Dunwoodin on Clubhouse, and he was like telling me the E1B1 gene that all black people came from Africa, you know, and you know, white people are a minority on the planet, and you know, because he said based on the gene, the E1B1 gene that came out of Africa. But you know, like, you know, you ever heard of the New Information Argument, the NIA? So I kind of was like telling him about the there'll actually be more black people on the planet than in America than there's white people. But you know, including the people that died, you know. So yeah, but like, you know, I embarrassed myself because she said that's ridiculous. But I didn't say that I believe that. No. I didn't say I don't acknowledge that. I said I was just telling her what somebody told me. You know.
Gotcha. You got 60 seconds left. 60 seconds.
Yeah. So I just need help on Aya or Nargis. If you know, I need some kind of guidance.
Okay, well, I am here to help. Go ahead and go on mute. Go ahead and go on mute. Thank you. I please.
Yeah, I'm just trying to date. I'm not trying to date.
I'm here to help, and your 60 seconds are up. Go on mute, please. You can speak again in the next hour. Go on mute, please. Okay. Here is your assistance for getting together with women. Firstly and foremost, I know Ash. I call her Ash because I can never remember how to properly pronounce her name. So thank you. And I'm still going to continue to call her Ash because she says it's okay to call her Ash. I think she is a sweetheart. I respect her very much. She's one of the greatest women on Clubhouse, and she is sincere and consistent. And in more than a Clubhouse way, I absolutely love Ash, so that's number one. Number two, in my humble opinion, she is not the woman for you. Into why. Last but not least, three, the best way to impress a woman, the best way to get together with a woman, regardless of if it's on Clubhouse, online, in person, or whatever, is to simply be yourself. Be honest, be sincere, be consistent, and just be yourself. And that is the best way to become friends and start a relationship, not only with a woman, but also with a man.
No, Victoria is lying. Victoria said,
please go on mute. Please go on mute. Please go on mute. As far as Victoria or anybody in the audience that is chatting, which is fine, I don't read the chat. I don't have time to do that.
There's nothing bad about what's being done in the chat.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, I leave the chat up to JCC and the mod. They police the chat. They have full authority to give warnings and or delete whatever is in the chat, whatever is inappropriate. I leave that up to the mod squad. But of course, when people come up on stage and talk, then, that's basically my purview, and the mod squad can chime in when appropriate.
This is Benjamin.
Benjamin, please go on mute. Please go on mute. Please go on mute because we've got the break. Please go on mute. Thank you. We've got hour number 3 coming up after the break. I'm turning over the keys to the jalopy to Reverend Scott, who will take over for the first half of hour number 3, and people can continue to comment in the chat, or they can come on stage. With that, 2 hours in the tank, 1 hour left. Don't go away. Reverend Scott is up next. This is Nikki Glazer, my new favorite comedian from a day or two ago.
Hello, everyone. I'm Nikki Glazer, and welcome to the Time 100, the one list you actually want to be on this year. Yes. Congratulations to everyone here tonight. This is such a phenomenal accomplishment for each and every one of your publicists. Truly. Right? Personally, I'm in the same room with people my therapist told me to never compare myself to. Donna was right. I feel like shit. But I'm your host, Nikki Glazer, and this is such a thrill. I, of course, hosted the Golden Globes, but this is different because this is time I will never get back, No, I'm kidding. I'm so excited to be on this list. I'm also one of 4 people on the cover, which is a quarter of my dream come true. Yes. Oh my God. I can't wait for all my friends and family to see it 3 years from now in a dentist waiting room. Well, tonight's ceremony is different than most star-studded events because this is an event where the greatest thinkers in the fields of science and technology are asked the big questions like, who are you wearing? And who are you? Because we're just not celebrating actors here tonight, but the scientists, scholars, musicians, writers, and athletes that those actors will play hotter versions of in movies. It's an eclectic list. It really is. For context, Luciano Moreira is here, and he's incredible. He makes bioengineered mosquitoes that have, in just 1 year, protected 5 million people from debilitating disease. And right next to Luciano on the list is the former host of F-Boy Island, Fuckboy Island, me, Nikki Glazer, and no one was preventing disease on that island. We actually encouraged it. But tonight there is such a wide array of talent in this room. We have Senator Mark Kelly. Yes. Olympic champion Noah Lyles. And winner Mashama Bailey. Yes. And what I am most excited about, not a single magician. Yes. Who needs them? But this event is unique for more than just the scope of its honorees. It's also the only ceremony of the year where the girls from K-pop Demon Hunters aren't singing Golden. Yeah. We did try to book them, but they're headlining a boat show in Boise, so. But Mr. Beast is here. Oh my God. My worst nephew is such a fan. Mr. Beast is here, so that does mean the doors are locked, and if we can survive the next 2 hours, he will give us each $100,000. Yes. Or is he?
God is pretty busy. He's got a long-term plan for humanity that stretches far beyond our comprehension. So it's not reasonable to expect him to concern himself with the individual. The individual is important only to the extent of providing a creative link between the past and the future, and his children, or in his grandchildren, or in the contribution he makes to humanity. Therefore, don't pray to God to solve your problem. Pray to that part of God within you. Have the guts to fight for yourself. God wants brave souls. He wants winners, not quitters. If you can't win, at least try to win. God loves dryers. Is that right, Robin?
Right.
So, what resolution should we make for the new year? Resolve to let God know that you have the guts and the will to do it alone. Resolve to fight for yourselves, for others, for those you love. That part of God within you will be fighting with you all the way.
Reverend Scott.
This is an incredible show today. An incredible show today.
What did you think of our rolling out of what the hell did Jesse Jackson say? Should we do that again?
Of course. We should always give tribute to the Reverend Jackson.
You know, we're trying new stuff and we're going to make mistakes. But anyways, here are the keys to the jalopy. I'm stepping out of the captain's chair. You're the XO. Steer it straight and true.
Thank you so much. I'm on my phone. I'm normally on Club Deck for this part of the show. But let's go to Benjamin. Benjamin, would you like a first five?
Oh, nothing I would like better than to kick off your half hour of the show, Scott.
Please.
And I just wanted to thank everybody for helping me promote my DVD. We had Smurfy, I think. We had Smurf talking about homelessness, and I just want to assure you that is covered. And in my new DVD on how to live in an Islamic country, homelessness is dealt with in a very particular way. There's no law against being homeless in Islam, so you needn't worry about anything retributive or anything. Nothing will change there. Only just one small problem. If you use drugs in any way, shape, or form, you will be shot on sight. So it's not the homelessness that'll get you, it's the meth. Now, in the coupon section of my DVD in the back, if you tear off the coupons on the cover, we have a 25% off our bulletproof shopping cart. And this is how you will survive being homeless in an Islamic country. Now, the second is that legalese is having a little bit of trouble dating. And fortunately, we have a lot of dating advice. A special section from Martin Luther King Jr., actually a special guest on my DVD. Dating advice for married men. But which you're going to need in an Islamic country, by the way, because, you got to get the 4 wives. So dating advice for married men is very important, which is why we have an expert. Now, but for legalists, because he's not married, that's not going to work for him. Now, I was thinking legalists would really do well with the section, how to date a 9-year-old. Legalists, I can tell you, a nice dollhouse is a good gift for breaking in there. But, you need to date somebody that has, your same level of intellect. And that's why I think my special section, how to date a 9-year-old, is just really apropos for legalists. So I've got you covered both ways, but we got to get into some more topics, and then we'll find out how my new DVD, How to Live in an Islamic Country, can help even you, Scott. Now, Scott, you're going to have to read the section, How to Mask as Muslim. And that's where, you do the same things you usually do. You go through your drive-through communion and everything, but you do it as a Muslim, right? And so we got to...
I'm very into this.
Yeah. You wear the special headgear. You say Allah Akbar before you drink. It's a ritual, how to mask as Muslim. But we'll get you all squared away. Everybody prepared for when Mandami is president. And no, I appreciate it. Listen, $19.99, wherever fine DVDs are sold. Thank you.
Thanks, Benjamin. Always. He never disappoints. Let's go to Paul. Paul, would you like a fresh 5, my friend? Paul going once, Paul going twice. How about Grim? Grim, would you like a fresh 5 to talk about whatever you want to tell us about on your mind? Paul, you're here. Okay. Let's go to Grim, then Paul.
Oh, no, go ahead, Paul. No, I'm just saying I'm okay. But
okay, let's go to Grim. Grim, would you like a fresh 5 to tell us what's on your mind?
Hey, I just came up because someone invited me up. I think it was Violet. I've been on this app for a little over a month now, and I've gotten a lot out of it so far. I don't need a 5-minute monologue. I've learned a lot, and I've met a lot of interesting people, and I mean, for example, I really wasn't aware of it for the longest time, but now I know there is such a thing as black supremacy. It was quite eye-opening. I joined some black rooms where they talk about what's keeping black people back, what's holding them back, and I give my best insight as to why that is, and they seem not to really be receptive to it. Like I told them that the 2 biggest things that's holding them back is the black accent and their overall education level. Like
this is sounding a little racist, Graham. I mean, this sounds like a racist discourse. Yeah, a little bit.
And racism is just shame to see racism here, Scott.
Yeah, there's a hint of racism here.
I mean, it's definitely about race, what I'm speaking on. But I am being completely honest. Like, no, I'm serious. Like, I was trying to tell them, like, if they could speak with the standard American English accent that the rest of Americans speak with, and they can hold their own in any sort of like intellectual or sophisticated, conversation, they would be seen in a completely different light. I was also I tried asking them.
If African Americans could change their culture, they would be accepted as equal.
Well, at least they wouldn't be seen as some wholly other group. But there's a paradox to this, because the accent, which it's still a mystery to me how so many Black Americans have that Black American drawl in their speech. You know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of culture that comes with that accent, and a lot of great things came from that culture, like hip hop music, rap music, and also like that Black American vibe that we also kind of internalized to some extent. Certain catchphrases and things we say also that came from that culture.
What catchphrases, please?
Like when we walk into a room and we let our presence be known, we might say like, "What's good?"
So a Black culture catchphrase is "What's good?"
Like just certain things we say, like.
Well, that's why I asked. So you're telling me one of them is "What's good?"
Or what up?
What up?
No.
What's up? There you go. I knew JCC would know.
Uncle Steve, this is
more of a surfer.
This is one of our most interesting.
I completely agree, because I wasn't aware that the phrase "what up" or "what's up" came from Black culture. I've learned something new.
You gotta add G to the end of that. What up, G?
Yeah, all cultures have their little, clips and phrases, right? But to speak the way Grim was speaking was very prejudicially based. It's kind of sad, but.
Hey, I'm just. That's crazy that you would spiral what I'm saying out of proportion. Like, I'm just. Maybe those are bad examples. I'm sure there are better ones, but there are some.
Well, it's not whether or not it's good or bad, but my personal opinion is whether it's true or false.
Well,
what up came out of the Black culture. What up G came out of the Black.
I mean, you could imagine it being said in the Black accent, and it would seem like it would fit.
Well, rather than me imagine, why don't you go ahead and give it your best shot? Why, since you're aware of it, why don't you say it in the, as you say, Black accent, whatever that is?
Okay, but when I try to do something, often I'll fall flat on my face with it.
I've got news for you. I think you're falling flat on your face right now. The police can take.
Okay, I'm speaking in a relaxed setting. I'm trying to be I'm relaxed, but I'm trying to be precise with what I'm saying. But I'm just pointing this out, and I was just saying that I was in these rooms, and I was trying to tell them that they would be seen differently if they did these things. They could acquire more power if they did these things, but they rejected this idea of, because I said.
Well, it sounds, with all due respect, it sounds to me like you've been saying they would be more powerful if they didn't do certain things. But just so we're clear, well, why don't you mention one or two things that they should do?
Right. So here's another way that I would say it. The top universities of the country, like Harvard, Yale, and MIT, are they have an interesting phenomenon where a lot of Asian students are there. And why is that? Well, it's because a lot of the reason is because Asian families and parents push their kids really hard to study and do whatever else, like extracurricular activities and whatever else that'll make them look good on the application to get in. They had to do things like affirmative action to let lesser performing students in, other minority groups like Black or Hispanic to get in. I believe, this is just, I'm not claiming to be stating facts or anything. This is just what I think. I think, Black and Hispanic families overall don't push their kids as hard as Asian families push theirs. So that's what they need to do is they need to push their kids to study more and study harder. And they're just so.
And is that you in your profile picture?
Yeah.
Uncle Steve, we have an Asian racist.
I was going to say, it looks like you're Asian. Are you Asian?
Yeah. Now let me say my piece.
No. Okay, so you are Asian, and just so we're clear, are you in college or high school, or have you completed your education?
Yeah, I'm past my education.
Okay, and what do you do for a living, if you don't mind saying? What do you do?
No, I'd rather not say.
What, do you drive an Uber? Do you drive an Uber?
No.
You sweep the streets? You're a housekeeper? I'm just trying to, I don't want to know where you work. I just want to know what field you're in. But if you don't want to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would you not want to say, Grim?
Look, I just want to say one thing. All right, last thing about the whole Black thing, right?
Yeah.
Is I'm actually.
You're willing.
It'll be real quick.
You're willing to indict whole cultures of people. Just tell us what field you're in.
Yeah, I was trying to determine whether or not his parents pushed him as hard as every other, as he claims, Asian parents did, and how far he got to school. And okay, well, I'm assuming then you're a doctor, a lawyer, or an architect?
No.
You're an Uber driver.
Are you in finance?
No.
Are you unemployed? Are you on unemployment? Are you working full time right now? Let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, maybe I'll share more about myself later. But hey, I'm on this app for over a month now, and I still. That's why I'm going by not my name. I'm trying to stay somewhat anonymous. But hey, at least I have a picture of myself, unlike a lot of other people on here. But I just want to say that actually I'm really rooting for Black people to snap out of it and to get their act together, because if they can become more powerful in America, that would allow other minorities, such as Asian Americans, to become more powerful too. So, just wanted to say that before you start thinking something else about me.
Okay, well, there we go. This was an interesting racist rant. Dr. Litz.
Of course it's racist, but like I said, I'm not trying to demean them. I'm not trying to make fun of them. I was just trying to address what I think is the issue.
You're doing some racist rhetoric, which is fine.
You want the black people to rise up and be more powerful so you Asian people can have a better quality of life. That's what I heard you say.
We Asian Americans don't need black Americans to rise up first before we do. But whichever minority racial group rises up and starts to, challenge the majority control and power of white Americans, it will open up opportunities for other minorities to be more relevant to.
Well, I got news for you. That's already happened. It happened over 50 years ago. That's us Jews, baby. You want to talk about a minority? Okay, we're 0.5% worldwide. We're barely 2% in the United States. We still have a majority of the population that are against us, and yet we have I don't want to say taken over, but we run companies with that. I mean, you can ask a lot of people. We've taken over the entertainment industry. We're lawyers. We're doctors. Us Jews rule, and we are a minority at 2%. Reverend Scott, I'm sorry I couldn't help myself.
Diamond cutters,
Uncle C.
dance workers, don't forget about that. But that was interesting part of history. You guys ever talk about the guilds, man? It's crazy shit. They used to really control what you did for a living back then. In China, there was a punishment. If you took on an apprentice that you weren't allowed to, you'd be bitten to death. The humans would bite you to death. It's fucking serious. Anyway.
Okay, so let's go on to Dr. Mitch. Dr. Mitch, would you like a fresh five after this racist rant?
Yeah, welcome. Good morning, everyone. Don't really have anything controversial to say. I just wanted to kind of share some information that there were rallies going on all over the country today, which are designed to draw attention onto the detention camps that are being built for immigrants. I don't know how wide the information is. I think spending tens of billions of dollars on the new detention centers, but we're already so, we're so over-incarcerated as it is. I think I'm not a big fan. A lot of attention on it. That's all. I don't think that's a controversial thing. Maybe some people think it's really great. I personally don't. I mean, most major cities have a lot of people living in the streets. Americans that can't afford housing. I think there are other priorities, in my opinion. I live in California, where we have a lot of immigrants that, specifically non-documented immigrants that were encouraged to come here so that industries like the farm industry can kind of exploit them. So, a lot of attention on it today in the news. I'll just leave it.
Wait, so is that you live in California and there's immigrants and they get exploited? What's the point of that?
Hey, no crosstalk.
You think I just said?
Sort of. No, I just wondering if you have somewhere to land from there.
Roy, do you want a fresh five? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't want a whole fresh five. I just want to do something once in a while. Is that gonna stress you out, dude?
Well, the format of the room is we just.
Yeah, I'm aware of the format of the room. I've been here a hot minute.
Yeah, we don't do crosstalk, so.
I could shut the fuck up.
But you could do.
I wanted him to. Didn't really understand it. Maybe I'm stupid, and that's fine. So I just wanted him to talk a little bit more. He didn't get a whole five. I didn't mean to talk.
Aren't we trying to evolve as a room platform that we are going to want some moderated crosstalk every now and then? So maybe Roy just wants to understand what Dr. Mitch.
JCC, do we want to do a Jesus talk crosstalk?
Well, no, just about Steve was possibly open to the potential, ability of having moderated crosstalk, and I think Roy was just asking a question of Dr.
I am, and in fact, let's do this. I've checked my news sources, and I'm not aware that there are rallies going on today about detention centers. The gentleman that said that, I guess that's Dr. Mitch or whatever. Can you expand on that? Because I'm not aware of it.
I didn't even know.
I'm sorry, Dr. Mitch.
Oh, I said, yeah, there are, it's in most major cities. I know that's the problem. Why I kind of mention it, because a lot of times they're not widely publicized, but this one, there's 1,200 rallies across the country, so I'm surprised if I'm coming up in the media, but I'll throw a link in, if it's okay with you.
Yes, you can throw a link in the group chat. I'm Googling up right now, 1,200 rallies, detention camps. I'm looking in news, and I am not thing that's happening today. I'm not seeing it. So this is go ahead, JC.
Yeah, I'm just curious because Roy was put in the chat that I just expected some kind of moral positioning on something there, and I didn't quite hear it. So can we allow Roy to reiterate his question?
Yes, we can.
Are the rallies bad? Like, what? How do you feel about it? I didn't get the sense you were just like saying things that are happening. I'm like, okay, I walked outside and the trees are there. And that's okay, who cares?
All right, well, we can go to Dr. Mitch. Dr. Mitch, assuming those rallies are going on, those 1,200 rallies, what do you think about them?
Not in favor of it, to be honest.
I'm sorry, you kind of cut out. You are or are not in favor of them?
Oh, I'm definitely in favor of it. Yeah, I like to shine the light on things so that the reality of whatever it is, anything constructive that can come from it, becomes a national discussion.
I'm sorry. Are you saying you're in favor of the rallies or in favor of the detention centers?
No. I'm in favor of the rallies, not the detention.
Okay. And presumably these are the detention centers where we are holding people who are in limbo regarding immigration. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. Okay. And Roy, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, in the big beautiful bill they assigned, I want to say $27 billion to build these new warehouse facilities. In major states, and the states are kind of pushing back. There's a lot of money being allocated to building these new. What people don't know is that they're designed to be run by the industry. They're private prisons, for profit. That alone is, has some offensive character to it. I just like anything that draws attention to the topic, of humanity. And so, I'm in science. I'm a doctor. I work in finance. Okay, I have no problem telling everybody that. I like discussion, and I like us to reach rational viewpoints as a nation. I think things are, a lot of rhetoric without substance is being, forced on us right now. And so anything that draws attention to the discussion, I'm in favor.
And I did a little bit deeper heavy lifting. It appears what you're referring to is called Communities Not Cages, National Day of Action to Stop ICE, Warehouse Detention ICE, out of Flagstaff, paid for in part by Indivisible Action, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Indivisible.org is a joint website of indivisible projects. Is that what you're referring to?
Well, it's kind of weird they say that they're my city.
Minnesota, Iowa, New York, and Illinois. Yeah, it's happening all over.
Yeah, and what I'm looking at says join us at Flagstaff City Hall as part of a nationwide day of action against the Trump administration's expansion of ICE detention and its assault on the due process rights of immigrants and all Americans. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, just,
All right. And okay, so, regarding immigration, what should we do with these immigrants that are in limbo? What should we do? What would you do if you were President Trump with these immigrants that are in limbo?
well, I would create some type of legal structure.
Apparently Trump has, which you're rallying against.
No, I don't think so.
All right, let's go to Dr. Francine. She's new on stage. I suspect she knows a little bit more about this, unless you want to talk about something else. Dr. Francine, good morning. You got it, Dr. Francine. Go for it.
Arizona, where I live. Second of all, we also have a detention facility being planned in Surprise, Arizona, which is a very small suburban community. And they bought a building without telling anybody, and they're making it into, as someone said, this I think, a private prison. And these detentions are happening. I won't say outside the legal system. I don't know how to put it, around the legal system, or the problem is the legal system is not adequate for the number. Well, let me go backtrack a little bit. President Trump gave quotas for how many people that he wanted detained and deported per day. That particular idea of giving quotas has given ICE a lot to do, and it's the regular legal system was not geared up to handle that many people, nor is it to deport people who have been living in the United States for years and years, and are part of the community and pay taxes and so on. So we can argue about whether we want immigrants in the United States. My position is that we need immigrants in the United States, but we do need a process getting rid of people who came in here illegally and are criminals. That being said, we are not figuring out a way to separate the people who are criminals from the people who are not. And basically the idea is detain everybody and we'll sort it out later. And that isn't fair. It's really leave everybody free. In my world, I would want everybody left free. And we'll
thank you.
Well, that's right, Roy. Thank you for saying.
I'm doing my hair right now.
If one of my mod squatters has a calculator near them, can you please take 250,000 multiplied by 100? Okay, gotcha. That's what I thought. Well, here's my suggestion: 100 judges to be administrative immigration judges. Pay them $250,000 a year, 100 of them. That's $25 million. Which Dr. Francine, did the figure you give was in the billions or something like that? What figure did you give? Or
I didn't give a figure, and if I did, it was wrong because I
gotcha. 250,000 bucks a year for 100 judges. That's $25 million. And let's just, so when someone comes in to apply for asylum, or they're arguably here illegally, and they get processed, and then they go away, and their court date is a couple of years from now, and they do whatever, why not give them a speedy trial within like 30 days? 100 judges around the United States or around the border towns, and let's process them and give them opportunity to be heard in a trial, and then let's have it done quickly. Yeah. Whatever. But go ahead, Dr. Francine, please. No one else.
What does that mean, criminal? Anyway, what does that mean that they call someone a criminal? Like, oh, we're letting criminals.
When you call someone a criminal, it means they've broken the law. Well, if you broke the law, yes.
Today and I went 10 miles over the speed limit.
Hey, Chris,
I broke the law. So I'm a criminal?
What I want to say is we don't have.
Like, what does that mean? Are they like actively? Are they career criminals? Like they're robbing banks every week? Like what?
They don't know.
Here. I'm on Google. I'm on Google now. I'm on Google. A criminal is an individual who has committed an act or failed to act in violation of public, convicted of such a crime. So as I said, well, are you a criminal? You break the law? Yes.
By that definition, everyone's a criminal. Everyone in this room's a criminal. Have you ever sped? Have you ever jaywalked? Have you ever broken some stupid piddly law?
Is a lawbreaker necessarily a criminal?
The answer is yes. I have broken the law more than once in my life. The answer is
but you're not a criminal, right?
Breaking the law.
Like if someone called you a criminal, you'd feel like kind of, you'd have some pushback, right?
Well, what I would say is that someone who's been convicted of a crime, that would be my definition.
Okay.
And
traffic violations can be. I've been convicted for running stop signs.
that's it. But no, I bet you have not been convicted. I bet you just paid the fine to avoid going to court.
Yeah, they plead no contest, right?
Right, or you just pay the fine. So arguably under that definition, you are not a criminal because you have not been convicted.
And then the next domino is so suppose I did go to jail and I did my time. Maybe it was a year in wherever.
Well, if I may, under a year is a misdemeanor. More than please continue.
So considering that's in my past, maybe hypothetically 15 years ago I did that. I've never shown any signs of criminal intentions. Since then, am I a criminal now?
I would say that you were convicted of a crime. You did the time, and yeah, sure.
I'd like to chime in.
Okay.
I think we all know that we're definitely all criminals. What you said, Roy, was so pertinent and poignant. Because we were born with natural sin. So we're all sinners. We're all criminals in the eyes of God. And unless the blood of Jesus cleanses us, we're all doomed. We should all be in jail. But fortunately, by the grace of our Lord, we're out here enjoying life and being forgiven for every single crime and every single crime of our ancestors. And yeah, all hail God and His mercy and His grace.
And there's no faith without grace. So,
no.
Can I suggest that the United States, if they want to deal with their immigration problem in a timely manner, 100 judges is not enough. That's only $25 million. It's a drop in the bucket. You could hire 1,000 for $250 million. That's a drop in the bucket that ICE is getting in their budget of $70
billion. It's 100 more judges than we have now.
I get that, but you're not getting what I'm saying.
I am getting what you're saying.
Well, I know it's more than you have now. But what I'm saying is, not even do it. But the money that's spent under 2,000 judges is a drop in the bucket compared to $70 billion that you're using for ICE.
It's priorities. It is priorities. If your priority was adjudicating illegal immigrants according to the rule of law, you would go for hiring the judges. If your priority is making a big show out of illegal immigration, then your priority is detaining and making many people's lives miserable. And that's a personal view, but it's
and that is why I love Dr. Francine. Are you kidding me? Did you all hear what she just said? If your interest is adjudicating the issue, which is mine, you go with the judges. If you're interested in putting on a show, you do what they're doing now. Dr. Francine, words to live by. I love that.
Is Steve? Uncle Steve?
Yes, I'm here. I love that. That was probably the best thing that's been said all day. It's true. Do you want to adjudicate the issue, or do you want to put on a show? Amazing. If you want to anybody, because we're coming down to the last 15 minutes, but if you want to come up, now's your chance. Like in the next couple of minutes, raise your hand in the next couple of minutes. Otherwise, you won't be able to.
So Steve's gonna argue about I chime in on the immigration and the pension you got it covered in chapter 7 of our ED.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. It's fresh 5 to say goodbye. Then we'll go to Benjamin to give him a fresh 3 to 5 and say goodbye. Andrew, you're first. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, sir. First off, I just wonder if Benjamin's neighbors are complaining about the stench that is coming out of his apartment or dwelling due to the dead horse that he's been flogging. That's my first point. Second point was, and I can't remember it actually. In terms of capital punishment. Of course, we don't have that here in Canada because we're a civilized nation. I put that in quotes. And I think I heard that clip that you played, and the gentleman, playing both sides of the street there a little bit.
Yes.
What I don't understand is that the population of the United States has a total distrust in the government to do things, and yet they're perfectly fine with them adjudicating, deciding whether somebody is guilty enough to be executed. And I think, in all fairness, that the judicial system, the legal system in the United States, if it was fair, I might consider it. But it's not a fair system. If you have money, you get a certain type of justice because you can hire the best lawyers, blah, blah, blah. And if you don't, well, then you're just relegated to whatever you get. So if you want to kill people, then you give both sides the exact same defense. And I'll land there. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day.
First class escort down the red carpet to the VIP. Let me respond to this, and then we'll go to Benjamin. I think the United States has the best criminal justice system in the world. I realize justice is not fair because there can be somebody like O.J. who can spend over $10 million and be found not guilty, but then found be liable for the deaths of 2 people. And in opposition to that, you have people that are destitute, have no money, and they get a completely free public who is not going to put on the same quality of defense. I completely agree with what Andrew is saying, but the system is, in my humble opinion, is the best system in the world. And if there's a way to make it better, I am all ears. Let's go to Benjamin. Would you like to say goodbye, Benjamin? Benjamin, you said you wanted to say goodbye. Benjamin going once, Benjamin going twice. Okay, we'll come back. Dr. Mitch, would you like to say goodbye? Dr. Mitch.
I think he did that as a tactic to be last. So
He might have. You're right, JCC. He might have. But okay, let's go to Dr. Mitch.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks for doing these rooms all the time. I think it's important to have forums for discussion. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. And before you go, do you have any criticism, good, bad, or indifferent, on how to improve the room? I really want to know. Are there things that you don't like that you would like to see improved on, or you just like the way we do it all the time?
Asking me? No, I think you're doing a great job. Excellent.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. First class escort to the VIP. Paul, would you like to say goodbye? Paul going once. Paul going twice. There we go. Hi. Yeah.
Goodbye. Tomorrow.
Goodbye. Take care, buddy. Adios. Let's try Dr. Francine left. Okay. Let's try Benjamin. Benjamin, last shot. Would you like to say goodbye? Benjamin going once. Benjamin going twice. Oh my goodness. Okay. First class stretcher down the red carpet to the VIP. Let's go to Alfonso. So, Alfonso, putting your faith in God. Amazing. Fascinatingly, you would say that. Would you like to say goodbye, Alfonso? Alfonso going once. Alfonso going twice. We'll come back to Alfonso. JCC. Thank you for your contributions today. Thank you for doing the heavy lifting. Would you like to say goodbye, JCC?
of course, it is my pleasure to participate in these room/shows. And yeah, today was interesting. Some hot discussions. And when it comes to thinking there's different races when it refers to human beings, that gets my hair raised up. It's like there's different ethnic cultures. They're all one human being, but people.
Would that be the hair on the back of your neck?
Is that what you said?
No. You said that gets your hair raised. You didn't say where on your body.
Yeah, the back of my neck.
Yeah.
So, it was interesting, and once again, I wish everybody a great rest of their Saturday. Looking forward to tomorrow's room/show, and to all, bid you all happy trails until we meet again.
Thank you, JCC. By the way, before you go, if you could make any single improvement or change on the show, what would you do to make the show better?
Well, like what happened earlier, allowing Roivus to do the crosstalk, which we did. I think that's a good thing. I think allowing that on occasion and keeping it, controlled and less people getting involved. If it could just be, controlled, it'll be good. It's good for these clubhouse group.
I completely agree. I believe it's all in the timing, and yes, because we are, we're like the Constitution of the United States. We're living and breathing show. We want to, move and improve. It's all in the timing, and we are allowing that now, depending on timing. Thank you, JCC. Let's go back to Alfonso. Alfonso, are you there? Would you like to say goodbye? Alfonso, once he's probably with Fam Bam. And Violet, I will not forget about you, because if you will notice, I am in the upper left, so it's easier for me to see. Oh, I'm sorry. You have the eyesight problem just like me. Violet, how did you like, what the hell did Jesse Jackson say today? Should we do that again?
Well, before I answer that question, I was thinking maybe Benjamin couldn't answer because the stench that Andrew mentioned overwhelmed him and he passed out. So, anyway, I did think that was interesting. I wonder if it could be a different variety of speakers who have the habit of either pushing words together or speaking quickly or kind of mumbling, and not just Jesse Jackson. So it could be.
I agree. Why don't you send me a private message with those speakers you have in mind?
Well, I'm going to have to do some research about that and ask people who they think is mumbly and hard to understand.
Because most people that speak publicly and a lot publicly, you can understand what they say.
Yeah, so I'll have to look around, but I think it might work better. Well, I'll talk to you more about this in
Sure, of course.
But yeah, as JC said, very interesting show today. Some very hot takes, and I do love it that even if we don't agree with what they're saying, we're giving them the platform. You have to hear different points of view, and just because we're letting them give their point of view doesn't mean we're endorsing it or anything.
Right.
It's just an open forum for people to get a chance to say their piece, and so I always love that about your shows, Steve. As usual, I'm looking forward to tomorrow for Ask the Atheist with the Mod Squad, and I'll see you then. Goodbye for now, everybody.
Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you. And last but not least, Reverend Scott. Reverend Scott, would you like to say goodbye? Reverend Scott, yeah.
I would like a little more of the Reverend.
Oh! You want more? What the hell did Jesse Jackson say?
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love it. I love that segment. So, no, great show, and I look forward to tomorrow.
Well, we'll do it tomorrow. What the hell did Jesse Jackson say? You got it. And for any of you in the audience and those on stage, the Mod Squad, please feel free to DM me, private message me what you like about the show, what you don't like about the show, what you'd like to change about the show. I not only read them all, but I respond to them all. And we're always looking to make the show better. We want to give the audience what they like. And this clearly is not an echo chamber. This clearly is a platform where people can come up and talk about whatever they want, as long as they have a take and don't suck. On behalf of the Mod Squad, we wish you and your families a great remainder of your Saturday. We will be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, with another edition of Ask the Atheist with the Mod Squad. Take care. Be careful on the clubhouse streets. Goodbye. Oh. Damn, I got to do that all over again because I want to get it right. Okay. Take care, everybody. Be careful on the clubhouse streets. Goodbye.
Whether
The thing is, though, they said her ex-husband be on the app with her.
so here are you assuming that with the assumption that you're always correct, which we disagree with.
To stay there with no electricity. Figure out how to entertain yourself without technology. You could read a book.
His house. Next to a candle. Yeah, for real.
Right.
I miss doing shit like that.
Yeah, use your imagination.
I miss using my fucking imagination, bro.
Right. Critical thinking. Let's do it. Play an instrument. All right, guys, I gotta go. I hope you all have a great weekend.
Take care. Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys. See ya.
So fun.
Take care.
Is now making explicit. Pulling away from America is not a real option for them. The American relationship is structural, decades deep, tied to their military capabilities and their economic security simultaneously. But they are also watching Iran threaten their oil production, their specific oil production, by name. And they are watching America's response to their concerns remain inadequate to the scale of the threat. The Wall Street Journal reported that Saudi Arabia is actively pressing Washington to abandon the blockade, not quietly suggesting it, pressing, because Saudi Arabia has been told privately by Iran that if the blockade continues, no port in the region will be safe. Saudi Arabia received Pakistan's army chief and prime minister, praised their constructive role, and backed the diplomatic process because Saudi Arabia this war to end before the IRGC's target list becomes an. The UAE arrested 27 people this week, it accused of belonging to an Iranian-linked terrorist organization, confirmed yesterday. Iran immediately condemned the UAE for it today. That exchange happened on the same day the IRGC named UAE oil facilities as targets. He is hosting American forces, arresting Iranian agents, and watching Iranian missiles get pointed at its refineries simultaneously. Qatar hosts the largest American air base in the region. Its Ras Laffan complex handles approximately 10 billion cubic feet of LNG per day, roughly 20% of global LNG demand. The IRGC named ExxonMobil Ras Laffan specific in its target list. Qatar, like every other Gulf state, is trying